Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe. So I will read something today, and I hope you all like to share on that, and especially Gurudev. I hope you will interrupt me many times and give me more deep understanding of what we are reading here. So we will read verse number 85 from Vilapa Kusumanjali. Kusumanjayana kelang kurvati tvam parita rasakutila sakibhi pranana tena sardham kapata kalaha kelya kvapiro sena pinna mama mudham ativelang tasyase sufrate kim. O Sufrate, dedicated girl, will you increase my bliss by falsely and angrily quarreling with the Lord of your heart, being supported by your girlfriends who are expert in helping you in your loving tricks, while you play the flower-picking game? Again, O Suvrate, dedicated girl, will you increase my bliss by falsely and angrily quarreling with the Lord of your heart, being supported by your girlfriends, who are expert in helping you in your loving tricks, while you play the flower-picking game? Explanations. Sri Raghunath has submitted a prayer to Swamini's feet that he may relish the sweet nectarian rasa of her words through both his ears and his eyes. One cannot count in how many ways Radha's self-manifest sweetness is relishable within Sri Raghunath's heart, and actually nobody is able to describe this sweetness. So Gurudev, I was wondering, it is written here, will you increase my bliss? How we can understand that? A kinkari who is praying openly to Swamini, please increase my bliss?
I don't understand. He said, how he has said, Manjari said, how you increase my bliss. So
Mercy. Bliss means mercy. How you will give more mercy to me, right?
Yes.
I'm not satisfied by my doing. I need more greedy. Is the nature of the Raga Bhaktas. They are always greedy for more. You are not satisfied. That is okay, not too much, and I'm very happy. They are not happy with that. They want more and more. Prem, love want more. More. No satisfaction.
You love, there is a satisfaction, there is no love. No satisfaction. I need more bliss from you. I'm not happy what I'm doing, more I want. Greedy. Huh? Narayan Maharaj said, we need greed. More and more. For bliss to receive your master.
Here I feel Gurudev, this Subrate. So Subrate is very much following Habrata. So what is Habrata? Radhika want to satisfy Mohan, Radhika's Mohan, more and more. One pointed, and this, so Radhika doing Brata, a very, very nice Brata, Subrata, and Manjari doing Brata for pleasing Radha and Radha's Mohan. So this is, I feel this Brata is, is quite important word. Brata. Someone who is doing Brata, extremely wonderful Brata.
Right.
Yes,
Sorry.
thank you, Gurudev, and thank you.
Sorry,
yes.
Sudevi, I cannot hear you, your voice, with the translation room. Sorry. Maybe.
Now it works? Okay. Yes, and thank you, Jayananda Maharaj. When the Kinkari is saying, increase my bliss, actually what I learned from Gurudev is that she's never asking for herself, of course, because she's completely selfless, what she learns from Radharani. And as Jayananda Maharaj just said, it is the dedication of Radharani to give bliss to her beloved, and it is the dedication of the Kinkari to give bliss to Radharani, which gives bliss to Mohan. So increase my bliss means actually increase the bliss of the transcendental loving pair, because it will increase the bliss of the Kinkari. So that means the bliss of Radharani and Mohan is increased, and in the same moment the bliss of the Kinkari is increased. So she's not asking for herself. At least this is what I understood.
So also, Gauravani, Dhanavad Pranam, Gurudev, Dhanavad Pranams to everyone. Also, it means that if the Manjari is asking for more bliss, she's asking for more seva, because the whole existence of a Manjari is seva. So there is no selfish desire. So if she is asking for bliss, it means please engage me in more seva. Jai Ho.
Yes, thank you for that, Tarun Baba. These are wonderful points, actually. And he's asking for the nectarian rasa of her words through both his ears and his eyes, which actually indicates I want to have the direct seva. I don't want to have it in my mind. It's not smaran. I want to have the direct seva. I want to actually have this through my ears and my eyes, which means transcendental eyes and transcendental ears. Otherwise, it's not possible to get this vision and to hear these sweet words. You can only dive in this rasa with your Siddhadeha. And that's why no one can count. There's so many ways of the self-manifest sweetness which is relishable within Sri Raghunath's heart. Within Sri Raghunath's heart. And nobody is able to describe this sweetness. Although the four Vedas are constantly glorifying Sri Radha, they cannot reach the end. Here, Saraswati's voice becomes silent. So even knowledge in person cannot describe it. The voice of knowledge in person becomes silent. That's an interesting point. When the heart of Sriman Mahadev, Lord Shiva, that is Jnanamaya, filled with transcendental wisdom, comes here, it merges in Sri Radha's glories. And the 1,000-headed Ananta Deva goes beside himself here. Maybe, Gurudev, you can explain us what that means when the heart of Sriman Mahadev, Lord Shiva, that is Jnanamaya, comes here. It merges in Sri Radha's glories.
Again?
So when the heart of Sriman Mahadev, Lord Shiva, that is Jnanamaya, filled with transcendental wisdom, comes here, it merges in Sri Radha's glories.
Shiva also glorifying to Radha with Radha Kripa Kataksh. He is a Guru, Adi Guru, full of knowledge, Shiva. But when he comes to glorify Radha, he is glorifying Munindra Vinda Bantate, the locus of Radha Kripa.
Gurudev, I feel Jnana is like here.
Yeah.
But Radhika's love comes from heart. She has Mahabhava. You know, if we see someone who is full of love, then we are done. What I say? We lose the word.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, you know, Prakashananda Saraswati was showing Mahaprabhu dancing, you know, like his face is full moon, blossoming, you know, Kadamba flower, and the tears flowing out, his mood full of Mahabhava, and then he rose to the word, completely dumbfounded. So similarly, Lord Shiva saw Radhika's beauty, Radhika's love, Radhika's Mahabhava, Radhika's Lavanya, Radhika's softness. Then he lost word. Saraswati is completely shocked. She cannot say anything. You know, this is my feeling, you know. Her love is so great. Even Krishna also fell down, faint. So this is Radhika's glory. And this glory, try to sing the glory, and then Radha Kripa Kataksha, Gurudev saying. So, you know, he realized, oh my God, I had Radhika's glory, but just seeing Radhika, I completely forget myself. I cannot say anything. I lose my word. I lose my intelligence. Imagine in this love. Like I feel like,
Wonderful. Yes. Jayananda Maharaj, I think this is one of the most important points here, that it is not possible by any means of intelligence. Even the most intelligent person has to quit, is silent here. And even Mahadev, like Gurudev said, he is actually speaking all the glories about Radharani. But now here he merges, it is said he merges. And then the 1,000-headed Ananda Deva goes beside himself. Which means he is losing himself here completely in Mahabhav.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So knowledge is out, gone. No chance. You may even have knowledge about Rasa, you may have knowledge about Radharani, you may have studied and read all the scriptures, but actually if it doesn't come to the point that your heart, your feelings are going inside, no way. And that's why here you have nothing to do if you're not coming at least on the platform of Bhava Bhakti. If you are just on the platform of duties, rules, regulations, understanding God, you can never enter this platform. So at least Bhava, and then up to Mahabhav, then Brahma Bhakti. So actually, Anandadas Babaji is making it very clear, you have no chance here if you don't come on the platform of Bhava Bhakti. And he's giving such wonderful quotes, no one can say anything against that anymore. He is actually putting it in stone, graving it in stones. You cannot move it. It's perfectly graved here. No chance on the platform of Vidhi Bhakti. And another quote is given.
One last word
yes,
I want
please.
to add at this point. It's so beautiful. We may ask, who is dancing on the crown jewel of the Vedas? That's the point we're coming through now. Isn't it? You explain. I feel so much.
Yes.
He is dancing on the crown jewel of the Vedas.
Wow.
So another quote is given here by Srila Anandadas Babaji. When the best of all devotees, Uddhava Mahashaya, understood the greatness of their, what means the gopis, sweetness, he prayed for birth in Braj even as a blade of grass or a shrub to attain the foot dust of the Braja Sundaris on his head. This is described in Srimad Bhagavatam. And now comes the point. Even the Supreme Lord, Vachendranandana, cannot reciprocate with this sweet love. Anerakakata apane Vachendranandana avatari koren e prema asvadhan. Chaitanya Charitamrita. What to speak of others? Even Vachendranandana is descending to relish this prema. And here the conclusion of Srila Anandadas Babaji, this verse conceals the root cause of Sri Gauranga's dissension. This verse conceals the root cause of Sri Gauranga's dissension. Sri Radhaya Pranayama Hima Kitrishaha. Sri Gauranga Dev descended to experience the sweetness of Sri Radha's love. So we can understand even the Lord himself, he cannot get, what to speak of understand, get this feeling fully of Radharani, of full Mahabhav. This Madanakya Mahabhav, for him, he can actually not grab it. He cannot feel it inside himself. He has to descend, take a form by the mercy of Radharani and try to get it in that way. Try to experience it in the form of Gauranga. Gaurangi, Gauranga. But even then, it is not possible to fully get it. That's why this lila is eternally going on. And again, he tries to get this point. But it will never end. And now comes the wonderful, blessed point for us. He relished this himself and concomitantly made the people of this age also qualified to relish it. Anusange Premamaya Koile Tribhuvana. Chaitanya Charitamrita. He relished this himself and concomitantly made the people of this age also qualified to relish it. What does this mean? He made the people of this age qualified. Gurudev, what does it mean? He made the people of this age also qualified. How actually he's doing this? Such a nut like me.
By giving, his associate Rupa Raghunath, the real bhajan paddhati, real bhajan system, how to be a Radha Das. It was not before that. It is a gift of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
So as far as I understood from you, Gurudev, this is the path of Kripa.
Yeah.
And by the mercy, by Kripa, as you just said, this way of Kripa is installed.
Yeah.
Because we hear from the hearts of the great souls who are actually in this rasa, and they actually share with us, and in this way we can get a drop of their feelings.
Right.
And actually this drop of feelings is spread like persons like you are actually spreading these drops with us. And so in this way we get a fragrance of this drop, and then in our heart this feeling can actually start to grow.
We all are treating and sharing that. This is the mercy of the Kripa of Radharani, that all is qualified. For Mama, all children are the same. If they are not qualified, Mama may qualify. This is the mercy of Radhika. And this is the mercy of realized soul, that he can show the way that we can understand. It's all mercy. Many things I see, what I don't realize, others say to. and open that. So it's not a one-person business. Many things other can also realize faster than Guru. You see, Raghunath Das Goswami realized first how the lips are bitten to you. So in realization, anyone, no seniority, no juniority. We are all brother and sister.
Radhe Radhe, I very much like how my Gurudev is saying here, and he's making the point that Mahaprabhu is making us qualified. And like Srila Gurudev is saying now, this is actually the mercy of Swamini and of course then Gurudev and Guru Manjari. But here, Baba specifically says, Mahaprabhu makes us qualified. So all this notion that you have to be qualified and all this high stuff is all dependent on the mercy of the Vaishnavas and Radhikas. So he made us qualified. It's not us who are doing this by a lot of qualification, knowledge, learnedness, but actually the mercy. So Baba is saying he made us qualified. It's passive. We will be made. It's not that we can do this, like in the saying, sadhu, no amount of sadhana can yield this mercy. Only the mercy of the Vaishnavas can produce this Raganuga Bhakti. It's the ultimate cost. I like this very much. He made us qualified. Every Jiva in the Kali Yuga, he made us qualified. This is so wonderful. And thank you, Gurudev, for always showing that this is actually the lotus feet of Swamini.
So in this way, by the mercy of Srila Anandadas Babaji and the mercy of all the Vaishnavas here and Gurudev, of course, we can understand that this path is just dependent on Kripa, just dependent on the mercy of our Swamini. And this mercy is actually given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to us, people of the Kali Yuga. And this mercy, this Kripa, is giving us the qualification to follow that path. No other qualification needed or even possible. Because as we said before, with knowledge it has nothing to do. Knowledge is out. Even Saraswati's voice becomes silent. It has nothing to do with any knowledge. It's a question of your heart. It's a question of feeling it, letting the feeling grow. Take the mercy. That's the point. Take Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. And this is maybe one of the many thousands of points or endless points why we chant our mantras, especially Panchatattva. Again and again we pray that we can take this mercy because it's so big, it's so endless big. How we with our small fingers or with our small hands, with our small heart, how we can take this big mercy. So we pray again and again that Swamini is actually giving us also the possibility to take it, to make our pots bigger, the pot of our heart. Let it grow that we can take that mercy more and more inside. So let us, us means our spiritual bodies, let us grow. In this way, when our spiritual body is growing, we can take the mercy. Again, I'm remembered on these wonderful quotes Anandadas Babaji is giving from Chaitanya Charitamrita again and again, and he's making actually this connection again and again, that this path is based on Mahaprabhu's mercy. All these books, all this what we can understand here, all the rasa we can get is based on the mercy of Gauranga. In this verse,
Kishori.
In this verse, Sri Raghunath perceives Swamini's flower-picking pastime. You are picking flowers with your crooked and Rasika girlfriends. This means that in Braj, no one deals with Krishna in a simple or submissive way. This is called Vamyabhav. And in this mood, the erotic sweetness of the Yugala Kishore becomes crystallized. That's another wonderful point here. Maybe Gurudev, you want to share on this point? Make it a little bit more clear for us.
Read again.
This means that in Braj, no one deals with Krishna in a simple or submissive way. This is called Vamyabhav. And in this mood, the erotic sweetness of the Yugala Kishore becomes crystallized.
Means not very respectfully behaving to him. Talking with the heavy words, Krishna. They say, Are Karya, Are Karo. Means Karo means black guy. You to chor hai. You are the thief. They say everything to Krishna. And Krishna become very happy. This is Bhamya Bhav. Radhika also Bhamya. And Chandravali was the right wing. Trying to respect more because she needs something in return. And they love unconditionally. So that is Bhamya Bhav. Means they not hesitate to talk anything good or bad to Krishna. And Krishna appreciates that. No glorification.
Also, this is possible because there is no Aishwarya Bhav in Vrindavan. So this Vamya Bhav can only come by this total sweetness. All the Aishwarya, which is like a little grain of rice, and all the Madhurya is like a huge amount of Madhurya. So only by this not existing Aishwarya, this is possible.
So as far, please.
So Bhamya is inside something and outside something, behave different way inside and outside. Especially Radhika is inside, okay, I'm very happy to see Krishna. But the outside, don't touch, go away. And also, Bhamya mood represent, Radhika mood represent you and mine. But Chandramali mood is Dakshina, means I'm yours. So this, you and mine, and behaving contrary, sometimes angry, sometimes, say very, looks like nasty word, angry word. But this word give Krishna so happy. So this is the Braja mood, especially Radhika's mood, this Bhamya mood. In this verse is full of Bhamya mood. Radha Radha.
So Srila Anandadas Babaji is making it very clear, step by step. Not only that we have to forget God. You cannot be in God consciousness here. You have to give up all respect. And not even behave in a simple or submissive way. Not even that. Then you will never ever get the taste Because the Yugala Kishore sweetness will be crystallized only in that Vamyabha. Otherwise, not possible. No, it's not like in this world everybody wants to be a good guy or a good girl, you know. No, you have to be in another mood. Hey Krishna, what are you doing here? Where are you coming from? What? You want to go to Swamini in that how you say, circumstance? Huh? Look at you. No, you cannot come in here. Go to that girl you came from, who can make you happy. So we have to be actually in that mood, so that the sweetness of the Yugala Kishore becomes crystallized. So Anandadas Babaji is making it so clear, step by step. Therefore the words Rasa Kutila are used here. You remember Kutila? Gurudev explained. So the words Rasa Kutila are used here. They will quarrel with Shyam over picking flowers. I know you are Suvatra. You are dedicated to the vow of delighting Shyam. When will you delight me by engaging in such false, crooked quarrels? That is the best vow. There is no greater vow than that in the whole world. Brahma means thinking, how can I make Krishna happy? Suniti, you wanted to share something? No? Oh. So how can I make Krishna happy? Well, the answer in our case is very clear. There is a person who knows that perfectly, and by serving her, this will make him most happy. And the Braja Sundaris are in the highest class of lovers that are endowed with Mahabhav, which is the quintessence of Prema. Primera Paramasara Mahabhav Jani, Chaitanya Charit Amrita. The minds and senses of those who are endowed with Mahabhav are saturated with Mahabhav. Like you fall into Mahabhav and you are getting sucked completely. You are sucking this Mahabhav. You're completely out of Mahabhav.
Yeah.
Vara Amrita Swarup Shri Swam Swarupam Mano Nayat Ujjvala Nilamani. Mahabhav consists of the greatest nectar and brings the mind to its constitutional position. So that's the point. Why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can bring us in our constitutional position? Because he is Mahabhav in person. He is Radharani. That's why he can bring us.
Yeah.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the greatest nectar. And to get in touch with the greatest nectar means you are getting sucked in by this Mahabhav. Then you consist of Mahabhav. And then you are dragged to your constitutional position. And this is the Kripa way. It is like, when you put paper and drops of water beside, what happens? The paper sucks the water, isn't it? It's just the natural way. So we are like the dried up paper.
Wow.
And the nectar which drops down by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the water. So let it drop down again and again by meeting here, sharing with Gurudev and all these lovely devotees here. And in this way, we will suck in this nectar. And in the end, we will be nectar.
Yeah.
The mercy of nectar. What a wonderful Kripa way, isn't it? Forget about intelligence. You don't need it. Throw it out. All people here are searching for intelligence. Forget about it. The only intelligence you need is get the mercy. Put your paper near to the drops. That's it. Not more intelligence needed. So by sharing these wonderful books of the 6 Goswamis with such wonderful explanations by Srila Anandadas Babaji and Gurudev and other great devotees, we will actually come in contact with these drops.
Gauravani, that's a very, very wonderful analogy with the paper. There's maybe one better word than suck. it may that it soak, that the paper then is soaked with the mercy, because the paper actively cannot suck, it can soak. So I'm a stupid teacher. I always hear this and then I think, oh, there's maybe a better word. So the paper, it soaks the water and it's full of that mercy. Forgive me. Thank you.
No, thank you very much, actually. I'm not so good in English. Thank you for that. This is the better word for it. Yes, it soaks.
Gauravani ji, you explain so nicely. So our like a dry paper is us, and then soak in the say water in drip is like soaking in the Pradini Shakti, and then more soaking, and then our spiritual body will manifest by the mercy of our Swamini.
Yeah.
So you explain so nicely. We are very, very happy to hear. Radhe Radhe.
Thank you so much all for your commentaries and corrections. It's always good to make it very, very clear. So I'm very happy, actually, that Tarun made it even more clear. And Jayananda Maharaj and all other devotees, please share whenever you have these feelings that you want to share, please. So Chakravarti writes in his Ananda Chandrika commentary on this verse, Manasyam Swapuram and so on, Mahabhav takes the mind to its constitutional position.
Wow.
So Mahabhav alone takes the mind to its constitutional position. It's a very natural way. Mahabhav means very great feelings, highest feelings. Mahabhav, Maha, the biggest, the greatest, the most perfect feelings. Bhav, feelings. So it starts with feelings. And when they grow in the right direction, they will get to Mahabhav. And our constitutional position really is there.
Also, it is a very perfect example that all these Mahajans, all the great sadhus, like my Gurudev is saying the sentence here, but also it fits very perfectly to what Srila Prabhupada says. Like Gurudev always tells us in the Bhagavad Gita that we have to become again in the constitutional position. And here Baba is saying the constitutional position, Mahabhav, will lead you to this constitutional position. What means that? Mahabhav is the ultimate expression of Hladini Shakti. So actually the Jiva, when he is serving in Manjari Bhav, he is the fullest connected with Hladini Shakti. And this is the expression that the Manjaris are so close with Swamini, they can also feel this Mahabhav. So Prabhupada says it, my Gurudev says it. So this is the wonderful truth that the soul finally becomes in his natural and constitutional position.
And your Gurudev is writing further. This means that the minds of the girls who have Mahabhav are entirely consisting of Mahabhav. They are consisting of Mahabhav. So they are Mahabhav.
Because those bodies of the Manjaris are expansions of Swamini. All the emotions, all the bhavs of Swamini, the bodies of the Manjari are expressions and expanses.
So that means, your Gurudev is writing here, the mind has no more separate existence from Mahabhav. There is no more separate existence from Mahabhav. We know in this world the mind has a separate existence of my feelings. We know that. If we have a question in mind, usually a feeling is saying, do this. And then the mind comes, no, if you do this, then this and that can happen, or maybe that and this and that. So it's not the same existence, it's not one. There is a fight. But actually here it's written, it's actually one. There is no separate existence. The mind is Mahabhav. That means a kinkari can never ever think outside of Mahabhav. The mind is following the feeling like it should be with us also. The mind follows the feeling. And if the feeling is so big, Mahabhav, the mind has no chance, he has to follow. So he has no separate existence anymore.
I think this is, our Gora Sundara always say, one-pointedness. One-pointed in our Swarup, the service of Radhika, completely concentrate on Radhika, not to go Krishna or, and this is completely stable.
Yeah. I hope.
Yeah.
Suniti, you wanted to share something. You had the mic on.
Yeah.
Because Gaura Sundara Maharaj said Jai Ho when Jayananda Maharaj was speaking about Staibav. And just before, I was just thinking that to talk about to be Mahabhav is actually something, to be, that happens only by Swamini's mercy, because I cannot just, click out my mind, but to become in the same mood and to become of the same feelings of Srimati Radharani, this is when there is this oneness, and that needs to first be in a fixed feeling, and that is our desire. We are hoping that our paper will be soaked, our mind will be soaked, and that there's nothing else but that. Only the feelings that Swamini has, which are the feelings to help and to serve her beloved Mohan. So we are aspiring, we are hoping and desiring for that, praying. And then I was feeling, even when we speak about Vamya Bhav, that is so relishable when we hear it from the lips of a very pure soul. But yes, I'm praying that my mind will be one-pointed, because I feel there's also a danger that I see nowadays, often also in myself. The Vamya Bhav is not anything artificial. It's only for the pleasure of Radha Mohan.
Yes, that's true. It doesn't mean that you are against something. It actually means you are for the pleasure, not against something, actually. It's just a role, like a theater. So actually it's in the seva. So actually, you just said that hopefully our paper will get wood is sucked with water, isn't it? Then it gets dried, and after it gets dried, actually it has this natural, how you say, constitution. It wants to soak water again, because actually this is his natural position. So actually with us it's the same. Here we are dried up, but actually it is not our natural position to be without that water, isn't it? We want to be completely full of that nectar, which we want to soak in. So I think it's plenty of hope, because we are actually from Radharani. We belong to her already. Even though we may think that, yes, I'm a body, and I have to do so many things here in this material world. We may think like this, but actually the truth is that we belong there, and we always were soaked with water, naturally. But now we are in a perverted situation. So by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we will come back to our original position. By the mercy of Mahabhav. Only these great feelings, the greatest feelings of love, can bring us back in our constitutional position. And this is our wonderful position. Always. We can actually just say thank you. So the senses act according to the mind's direction, and in this way the senses of the Braj Sundaris also consists of Mahabhav. Therefore it is logically proven that all the activities of their senses are dedicated to and dominated by Krishna. All the Braj Sundaris have Mahabhav, but Sri Radha is Mahabhav Swarupini herself. She consists of nothing but Mahabhav from the tips of her two nails up to the top of her head.
Sorry, my dear Radhe.
No,
A
sorry.
little helping cry from Sudevi. A little slowly you have to speak that. She wish you that you a little slowly. Thank you.
Thank you for this information. So we will do a little bit slower. So all the Braja Sundaris have Mahabhav. But Sri Radha is Mahabhav Swarupini herself. She consists of nothing but Mahabhav, from the tips of her two nails up to the top of her head. It is certain that Krishna is greatly delighted and controlled by each of her physical and sensual acts. Hence, no one in the world is more worthy of the name Suvrata than her. In his Stavamala, Swayam Uprekshita Lila, Srila Rupa Goswami has nicely described how Sri Radhika picks flowers in the forest. Indeed, his descriptions of these pastimes are unrivaled in the kingdom of sweet rasa. In the morning, Sri Radhika feels morose. She doesn't feel like performing her household duties, and her mind is restless. So she goes out into the forest on the pretext of getting water for her ritual worship, eager to see lotus-eyed Krishna. Rupa Manjari secretly follows her to the bank of the Yamuna. Srimati walks very far until she catches Shyamsundara's bodily fragrance, and, thinking that Shyamsundara is in the forest, she proceeds towards him like a thirsty she-bee. When she sees Krishna standing there, dressed like a forester, she starts picking flowers just to catch his attention. Shyam noticed her and says, "Who is that girl, destroying the beauty of the forest by picking all the flowers there? How beautiful you are!" Sri Radhika, seeing Krishna with his forehead beautified by Gorchan pigments, frowns her eyebrows. Radhika, who is called Bhamini, or powerful girl here, pulls at her blue garment and thus conceals her limbs. How wonderful are her movements! She takes some distance from Shyam and hides herself between the huge jasmine creepers on the bank of the Yamuna. Shyam follows her as if he is bewitched by some mantra and says, "You are always coming here to pick flowers and then, after cruelly breaking all the tender sprouts and destroying the beauty of the forest, you hide yourself. Who are you?" Srimati replies, one devotee poet has made a beautiful Padyanuvada, a Bengali song translation of this, and this is quoted below. Hearing this, Vinodini Radha anoints her smirky smile with the paste of faint anger and says, "Listen, O Kala," Krishna the black boy, "how painful it is to see your behavior. It's like a great fire that burns us. We are dedicated girls, and our minds are always devoted to worship the sun god. We always come here to pick flowers, and we never heard such rude words before. Why do you speak such words today? That's not proper of you." Rasaraj, Krishna the king of relishes, says, "This is the doing of the bold King Cupid. Aren't you afraid of him? I understand that you have stolen many flowers and sprouts today, O golden flower thief. Now I caught you. How will you be able to go home now? Oh hey, is this your doing? Aren't you married girls afraid and ashamed to come to this forest every day, stealing leaves and flowers, breaking the straw? O golden complexioned flower thieves! How will you escape now that I have caught you? You won't be able to run away." Rasa Sutakara stays in hiding and witnesses Radha and Krishna's pastimes. Tender Swamini says in a faint, harsh mood, Bina or Tyaktha Bhav, "I know you are a ruffian. We are worshipping the sun god. This forest is only for women. Men are not allowed here. Until now, no one has ever forbidden us to come here. Who are you?" Don't you learn any manners? Whose forest is this anyway? Shyam says, this forest belongs to King Cupid, who has entrusted it into my care. This king is very cruel, and it was very unfair of you to steal his flowers. Swamini says, there is no King Cupid here. You are that rough you yourself. Who in Vraj does not know your pranks? In this way, their sweet quarrel goes on. But by quarreling with him in this way, Swamini became known as Suvrata, a girl who is unflinchingly dedicated to Krishna's pleasure. Shyam feels boundless bliss when he tastes this sweetness of this quarrel. Se bhava yukti dekhi rathasya nayana sangama hoite sukapoi koti guna. Chaitanya Charitamrita. When I see Radha's face and eyes in this mood, I feel 1,000,000 times more happy than when I unite with her. Finally, she enters a kunj with her Prananad and relishes all kinds of sweet pastimes with him there. When the vision disappears, Sri Raghunath anxiously prays as follows. O dedicated Radhe, O sweetly speaking girl, O Empress of Braj, you play blissful rasic pastimes with Giridhari, the Lord of your life, and your crooked, playful, clever, and rasic girlfriends. During these funny nectarian pastimes that are played on the crooked pretext of picking flowers, Vangsidhari says, who is picking flowers in this kunja, stealing them from me? I have seen hundreds of thousands of women. I can't even count them. And they are all equal in form and qualities. But amongst them, you, O Hemangini, golden-limbed Radhe, are the crown jewel. That's clear to me because you are not afraid. This kunja abode belongs to King Cupid, and I am simply the kunja's guardian. How dare you break all of these freshly sprouting branches? I think it's completely crazy. On the order of King Cupid, I will teach you a lesson in a lonely cave, just as I want it. Listen, O woman of Braj, I will loot everything from your limbs. Hearing these clever words, Princess Radha replied. Outwardly, she showed anger, but inwardly, she was decorated with 20 ornaments of topmost ecstatic love from seeing Hari. O Shri Radhe, Brajabala, seeing this intimate pastime, my mind becomes filled with joy. Vilapa, Kusumanjali is a collection of nectarian prayers that is the jewel of Das Goswami's bhajan. That is the jewel of Das Goswami's bhajan. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Here ends verse number 85 from Vilapa, Kusumanjali. So if you want to share on this more or have a question, please come forward. I will go back a little bit on this. I have seen hundreds and thousands of women. I can't even count them. And they are all equal in form and qualities. But amongst them, you, O Hemangini, golden-limbed Radha, you are the crown jewel. That's clear to me because you are not afraid. So what Mohan is actually saying here, you are the crown jewel because you're not afraid. You actually can quarrel with me with full heart. You're giving me pleasure because you have no respect. That's one of the wonderful qualities of Radharani. She's not afraid. Not at all. Not like the other girl who was actually coming with her, who is living in another village, who is afraid to step on Krishna's feet while dancing. She can give full pleasure.
Yes, Gauravani, I think this is the continuation what was also discussed later on that, or before, that Srimati Radhika is Mahabhav Svarupini, and all the others, they have Mahabhav. And that's why Krishna can say that there are thousands of women, I cannot even count them, they are all equal in form and qualities, because they are Srimati Radhika's part and parcels. And they attract him, and they also please him, and they give so much pleasure to all the different leelas. But our golden Swamini, she is the top of the top because she is the source. She is the mother, or let's say the origin and the quintessence of all these different Braja gopis who are full of Braja Bala, the strength of Vrindavan. But when Srimati Radhika comes, then Krishna cannot play his games anymore. Then he becomes a puppet. He becomes a dancer. He becomes a singer. He becomes a bangle seller. He becomes a manicure lady. He is dancing like she makes him dance. And that is his highest pleasure. Because only in her direct association he can give up all of his fear, all of his Aishwarya, all of his moods that will hinder him to completely be subjugated. And that is his highest pleasure, to be subjugated, to be controlled by love. So that is very special quality. And because of this quality, also, I was thinking it's all connected. Mahaprabhu is giving that nectar of this precious jewel of Mahabhav, of Prem, of the highest Prem, because it's her. Only she can give that. She can conquer the, unconquerable. She can subjugate the one who cannot be subjugated. So because she comes in Mahaprabhu, with Mahaprabhu, as Mahaprabhu, then also our fallen situation will be, so to say, equaled out or overcome. Also, we have the chance to be subjugated by that love, to completely immerse in the mercy of our Swamini. And that is the gift or the present of this time where we have taken birth. And that is our hope and our faith and our expectation to also be conquered, that the mind will be completely conquered by Swamini's love and her beautiful, beautiful qualifications and qualities that also conquer the one who is usually not conquerable.
And again, this actually plays all together. Will you increase my bliss? Actually, I want to increase your bliss. I want to increase the bliss of your beloved, because I know you will always serve him and only serve him. And I want to help in this, and this will increase all the bliss of everyone who is engaged in that rasa, in that lila. And Suvrate, Radharani is dedicated. So it could be also some hint to us to whom we are dedicated, to whom we want to be dedicated 100% or 108%. Our Swamini is very clear. Are we also? I can say, no, I'm not. I have to pray that by her mercy, one day my stupid mind here will be completely soaked up by Mahabhav, and in this way become one-pointed. So that's why we again and again soak in that sweet words, that sweet rasa, which is given, shared with us here in these books and by such great devotees who share on that their feelings. And in this way, by sharing their feelings, actually, they give us the drops we want to soak. So like Gurudev once said, there may be a cow full of milk, but there have to be a calf who wants that milk and who is putting like this, that the milk will come. So I'm begging for all of your mercy and prayers that we will together be soaked up completely in Mahabhav. Please give me your mercy and let Gurudev actually just give us a huge wave like a tsunami of this Mahabhav, and in this way we will be all completely lost and crazy in that Mahabhav. Kanai, you didn't share anything today with us.
Gauravani, Radhe Radhe Gurudev, by all the Vaishnavas, Dandavat. You shared so nicely everything already. I have to say, these first words that we read when we began, then I stuck on that a little bit. Like, please give me more pleasure. The Manjari is saying this, no? So why she should say something like this, I was feeling, and please Gurudev, correct me. She feels pleasure if her Swamini feels pleasure. So actually it's her desire that Radha and Krishna in this situation in the forest when they were quarreling, that finally the quarrel will stop and they can go and meet in the Kunja more privately, or like that they can unite. So please increase my bliss by coming together, by go into the Kunja and serve to each other, and this will give me bliss because your pleasure is my pleasure. So yeah, nothing more to say. Sorry. Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe, thank you. Few words from you are already enough to enlighten my heart. Thank you so much for sharing. And please don't get tired to share with us. We need that. Thank you so much, and thank you, Gurudev, that you're always here with us and always give us the nectar.
Yeah.
Jai Guru Sri Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Go